Xin chào, my name is Quinn Trinh. You can find me online at miss-trin.com. So in this video, we're going to look at resume writing tips. We just completed the general tips and the cover letter. If you want to refer to those videos, you can go to the link down below. How to get a teaching job, resume writing tips. So let's look at a few. Number one, the purpose is to introduce yourself to prospective employers and to get an interview. Now your resume is to get just an interview, not to get hired. So that is the primary purpose. Okay. Number two, summarizes and highlights your education, experiences, and qualification on 1 or 2 pages. Number three, focuses on the employee's needs as well as your own. Number four, consider the impression you want to make. It is an impression of who you are, so make sure you're making a good impression. Number five, employers will spend no more than 10 to 30 seconds scanning a resume. They don't spend that much time. They're just scanning it and sifting through. Number six, content should be clear, concise, and easy to read with wide margins. It is easy for the reader to read when the information is chunked in smaller parts. Number seven, have standard font style and font size 10 to 13 points. Number eight, use consistent structure and formatting features such as boldface, underlining, capitalization, and italics so that it is consistent throughout your resume. Number nine, new teachers with little experience should emphasize your educational background first so that if you're lacking experience, your education is one of the qualities that most employers are looking for. Number 10, it should be professionally looking, but it should be composed by you. Make sure no one else is doing the first draft except you, because the only person that knows more about you is yourself. Number 11, tailor your resume to your target employer. You may have to do several resumes if you're applying to many positions. Number 12, do not put down references upon request at the end. It is just redundant. Number 13, lack work experience. Include related experiences such as volunteer jobs, internship, your practicum, coaching, extracurricular, daycare, or tutoring. So all those are related experiences that you should include as well. Number 14, focus on measurable and specific achievements and not the duties and responsibilities of the position. Number 15, put information in point form and clauses, beginning with action verbs. Number 16, avoid paragraphs, declarative statements like I assisted, and passive constructions such as was responsible for managing. What you want is action verbs like managed, constructed. Number 17, proofread, proofread, proofread. It's very important that your resume is error-free. So if you need me to proofread your resume or your cover letter, just send me the information and I will help as much as I can. Number 18, no extra information such as objectives. You don't need to include your objectives in your resume. And 19, be very honest in your resume and your cover letter as well. Number 20, do not include pictures, abbreviations, or personal information. Particularly abbreviations, when they're scanning your resume, they're looking for particular things. So if it's abbreviation for Bachelor of Education, and the scanner won't pick that up, so make sure you have you write it out fully. Do not include columns or vertical lines. It just doesn't look that great, so just don't include it. Number 22, use solid bullets, squares, or diamond shapes, not hollow, dash, or fancy bullets. I talked a little bit about that with my cover letter, where not all of the applications are the same special characters carried throughout. So when I opened my cover letter on a different application, they didn't read that special character. So make sure when you are printing out your characters, they are very solid bullets or solid characters and not hollow characters or symbols. Number 23, choose a style of resume that is flattering to your skills, education, and previous experiences. I use the style of combination. There's like chronological and functional style resume. I'll show you the resume that I use, and it's called combination resume. So let's look at it right now. Here is a sample of my resume that I created and I need to update. Now this is a combination resume. It includes both chronological and the functional resume combined into one. The chronological resume focuses on education and work experience, and the functional, they just focus on the work experience. So in this combination resume, it uses the chronological work experience in reverse order. For instance, here you have the current work experience first and your last previous work experience listed later on. Okay, so this is a combination resume, and I made sure that it has lots of white spaces, attractive, well set up headings, and lots of white spaces that I have here. And this is the same structure that I use for my cover letter. And important to mention special education, other language, or other special qualifications here as well. And make sure you spell out mathematics and not math here. Intermediate division, so state that it is the AQ course that you've taken. Okay, so, and all your accomplishments that you have as well, you can state that. Okay, and then again, I told you not to use any abbreviation like B of Ed. You want to write it all out, the Bachelor of Education. And if you have room, you can name secondary school and degrees if you have any room here, but I didn't, so I just not include that. Okay, include a separate award and scholarship category if you have room. So here I included into my education, but you can have another category that says awards and scholarships as well. Okay. Okay, teaching and other experiences. Here I listed all my LTO experience that I had, my occasional teaching experience, my practicum experience, and other teaching related experiences that you have, even ones that's not related but still applicable. Okay. So notice that I have different boldface in my text, in my dates as well, so I highlighted certain things. And make sure your alignment is set right as well. I did it properly. I did it my alignments on the other application, but when I transfer it over, it changes and adjusts it. So make sure when you are printing it out, everything is aligned nice and straight. Okay, important to include volunteer activities as well. So any volunteering activities, and notice that I didn't put volunteer in there as well because I didn't have room to write it, but it's still teaching and other experience, it still pertains. You could include interests and activities if you have room. Here I just put training and all the training that you had either through the summer program or your first aid. I had my tries, gymnastics, practical and technical levels as well I included. Certificates should be in the training and workshop professional development category. So all this should be in that category that you should include. Do not put it up here in your education, because that's just for education and not certificates. Okay, and lastly, teaching related skills. So these are the skills that you acquire, either transferable skills or the hard, and I say it's hard and soft skills, but those transferable skills or skills that you acquire include skills for the 21st century. So all the skills that we talked about: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Action verbs should be all the same tense. Notice that established, well-organized, inclusive teaching and learning environment, provided program modification and accommodation for students on IEP. So all these action words you should include. Some clauses are very long. You have to work on making it concise, more concise. So I'm going to maybe look at this and see if I can make it more concise and have an action word here perhaps. Update latest terms using assessment for, as, and of. So looking at here, made, systematic, diagnostic, formative, and summative curriculum-based assessment. So I'm going to use the latest guest educational buzzwords. And here, curriculum and instructional programming. I think this is a little bit wordy, and I'm going to reword it so that it's concise and to the point. I have leadership, coaching, and teamwork, effective communication, ways that I can be very effective, interpersonal, and always include your computer skills down here as well. So those are the skills, the 21st skills that I included. And you can have a copy of this as just a reference. I will give you a link down below so that you can download it. And if you need any help with writing your resume, please don't hesitate to contact me. I would love to help in any way. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and I will see you in my next video.